Recently, there has been this trending game on Roblox called K2 Climbing Simulation, about climbing K2, the second highest mountain in the world. And because of that, I want to talk about something I genuinely care about. Who is the greatest climber of all time, like in real life? A lot of people say Roblox Messner. And I get it. Messner changed mountaineering forever. In 1978, he and Peter Habler became the first people to climb Mount Everest without supplemental oxygen. Then in 1980, Messner went back and soloed Everest without oxygen. Just him, the mountain, and the death zone. And by 1986, he became the first person to climb all 14 8,000ers. So yeah, calling Messner the GOAT makes sense. But in my opinion, the real GOAT was Jerzy Kukuczka, a climber from communist Poland, who did not have the money, sponsors, or equipment that many Western climbers had. While richer expeditions had better gear and more support, Kukuczka came from a climbing culture where people raised money however they could. Some Polish climbers literally painted factory chimneys to help fund expeditions. And somehow, from that world, Kukuczka became the second person in history to climb all 14 8,000ers. But here is where it gets insane. Messner completed them in about 16 years. Kukuczka did it in under 8. And he was not just checking mountains off a list. He was choosing the hardest versions possible. New routes, winter ascents, alpine style, no oxygen on 13 of the 14. Out of his 14 8,000-meter peaks, Kukuczka climbed 10 by new routes, 4 as first winter ascents, 7 in alpine style, and 1 completely solo. On K2, he and Tadeusz Piotrowski opened the brutal south face route now known as the Polish Line. It was so dangerous that even today, no one has successfully repeated it. And that was just one part of his career. He made the first winter ascent of Dhaulagiri, the first winter ascent of Kanchenjunga, the first winter ascent of Annapurna. He climbed Makalu solo by a new route. He climbed Shisha Pangma by a new route, in alpine style to complete all 14. That is the difference between Messner and Kukuczka to me. Messner proved that the impossible could be done. Kukuczka looked at the impossible and asked, can I make it harder? In 1989, Kukuczka came back for the south face of Lhotse. Not a route, a wall. One of the last great unsolved problems in Himalayan climbing. A face so brutal it had turned back legends, including Messner. Kukuczka went anyway. High on the mountain, around 8,200 meters, in the death zone, his rope failed. He was only 41 years old. I think if his story had ended differently, way more people today would call him the greatest alpinist who ever lived. For me, they already should. Reinhold Messner was the pioneer. But Jerzy Kukuczka was the storm. The man who did not just climb the highest mountains on Earth. He climbed them the hardest way he could. Jerzy Kukuczka was the GOAT. And he always will be. Thanks for watching, you guys are the best.